Hello everybody, this is Stephen Whitfield with Drilling Contractor, and we are here on the floor of the 2026 IADC SPE International Drilling Conference in Galveston, Texas. And with me right now is Jonathan Thiele of Abaco, and we're going to be talking about Abaco's HPD elastomer technology that they're presenting here at the conference. We were just talking off camera about it. It's actually a pretty useful thing in some of the environments that drillers are finding themselves in these days. So Jonathan's going to tell us all about it. We'll stop hearing me talk. We'll listen to Jonathan. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Let's talk about this elastomer. So the first thing we were talking about is sort of the need that this is kind of filling within the industry. You were mentioning some of the environments that drillers are finding themselves in these days. So what kind of need is this kind of addressing?
Well, it's really addressing the need for certain problematic drilling conditions, especially when we see operators and drillers encountering abnormally high solids contents in their mud or events such as excessive reaming. That creates stress on the elastomer that's not normal. Generally, especially in the case of reaming, it's an unconfined stress that can result in premature failures.
So what is it about this elastomer as you've developed it, designed it? What have you done to it to make it work in those particular settings?
So, our elastomer families are based on our unique proprietary and in some cases patented formulas and that address, a variety of environments. We were able to use our labs. We have a standard elastomer lab as well as our own dynamic drilling system that allows us to test and simulate downhole drilling conditions to specifically change the formulation and give us the properties that we need that allow us to hold up better, for instance, in a reaming environment where we have excessive reaming.
So what have we seen so far with this elastomer out in the field? How has it been helping?
Well, it's done great. Our dynamic drilling lab enabled us to it enables us to fast track new technologies like this to the field, and in early stage testing and commercialization, get results back more quickly, get feedback, and know that we were going in with a confident, with the correct solution. So we've seen excellent results with this in certain drilling environments in both the Haynesville and the Eagle Ford. And so where we're positioning this elastomer is kind of to fit between our standard HPW drill ahead elastomer that's really the bellwether for the industry, and our high temperature elastomer when we get into very high temperature situations, especially above 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We've got those covered. And now this has been a very good, almost what we call a gap elastomer for certain very specific drilling challenges.
Well, I'm sure that as we see more companies going into these sort of challenging environments, this is going to be a very valuable tool. So Jonathan, thank you so much for telling us about this elastomer. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much.
And thank you for visiting drillingcontractor.org.